Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be making some stretch bracelets, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be making some stretch bracelets. So you are going to need your elastic. You're going to need some scissors, some clear nail polish, and your beads of choice. So let's get started. First, we're going to set up our beads. Now, you want your beading to measure roughly 9 inches, okay? So I am going to go one round and 3 discs. One round and 3 discs. I think that's going to be my pattern for this. There we go. Now you want it to measure, like I said, 9 inches. Now I'm using a beading board, and I use that because the inches are very clear on here. But you can just use the measuring tape. You don't have to use a beading board, okay? And we're just going to do this pattern until it measures 9 inches. Oops. Roughly 9 inches. Okay, so yeah, you can do this with any kinds of beads. You can mix them up, you can mix and match. Sometimes the most fun bracelet is one that's just chaotic. I like a little bit of chaos in my life, but I sell and give away a lot of my jewelry, so I try to stay normal. Oh, these discs are being a bit difficult. There we go. Come on. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. I'm going to keep doing this till I get to 9, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, so I have my beads lined up. So I'm going to move these out of the way. Now I want you to notice that my beginning bead and my ending beads are the opposite, right? So that's just so you have symmetry to your bracelet. At least that's important to me. I'm kind of funny about those things. So, okay, so now comes time for your elastic. Now, what you have to do with elastic, which a lot of people don't remember, is you have to precondition your elastic. So very much like when you are about to blow up a balloon, you give it some extra pulls. Now, the reason why we're doing this is, you know, when you buy a stretch bracelet from a store or you buy a stretch bracelet from a craft sale, sometimes you'll wear it very few times and all of a sudden it'll start sagging on your wrist. And usually, not always, but usually that's because they haven't preconditioned their elastic. So you notice I'm not cutting my elastic off my spool, and here's the reason why. I conditioned quite a bit of elastic, but I'm leaving it on the spool so that way my beads don't roll off, right? So now you're just going to start stringing your beads. Now, I'll string a few, see, and I just leave it on. And always check your beads, okay? Like, if you have a bead that is flawed, you may not want to use that bead in your bracelet. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me thread my beads, okay? I'm going to go away, pause the video, and let you string your beads, and then meet me back and I'll show you how to finish it off, okay? So, see, and then you can just drop them. They're not going anywhere. Everything's good. So finish stringing your beads and meet me back. Okay, so I've strung on my beads. Now I'm going to shimmy them to the closer to the edge, not too far close, but okay. So now to do our knots. So we're just going to do a knot like we're tying our shoe to start, okay? Can you see what I got there? Okay. Now for the next one, we're going to do like our shoe, but we're going to loop through twice. Did you see what I did there? I hope you did. So see, I've looped through twice. Now I'm going to pull that tight. And I'm really going to give it some good stretches on this side, but then I'm going to give it some good stretches on that side, okay? So if your bracelet is going to break, this is when you want it to break before you give it to someone or you sell it. So now you see I'm leaving a little bit of tails, probably, what, 1/4 inch? Okay, so that's the elastic part. Now we're going to take our nail polish. Okay, our clear nail polish. We're going to put a dab on that knot. Now, while it's still wet, we are going to move a bead right over top of that knot. Sorry. There we go. And you'll feel it pop. Oh, I popped it right out. There we go. Okay? And there you go, guys. That is... I'm accident prone, so I gotta put the lid on. That is how you make your stretch bracelet. Isn't it cute? I hope this was helpful to you. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And check that description because I put lots of interesting things in that description. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.